And then Adam Fox, a major snub for Team USA in an absolute shocker. Him and Chris Kreider were the only players left off from the Four Nations roster, I believe, for Team USA. What were your immediate thoughts when you saw that?
You know what? Look at it big picture, right? So it's Seth Jones leaves Chicago, goes down and plays, some of his arguably best hockey in Florida, wins the Stanley Cup. You had last year, Adam Fox is he's not going to be on the top unit or a power play unit. And maybe it's just like where does he fit? And I think he's defended unbelievable. I think he's played really good 200-foot hockey. And this is the other one. And I think that it's just kind of how it is. Like if Quinn goes down or if Werenski were to go down, and we're not I don't want anybody to get injured, obviously, but like then he's probably your next call. Now he's hurt again, so that's awful news. But
I don't know if
I
he's going to be eligible now or
yeah,
available, I should say.
but for roles, right? It's not like is it shocking? Because I think he's an unbelievable elite defenseman. Yes, but can I sort of see the vision there? What Billy Guerin's trying to do? Yeah, I can. Puts Mike Sullivan in a hell of a spot. It's not ideal, like, but I think they probably were communicating throughout the whole process as they said they were. I mean, yeah, is it? I don't know. You want to have elite players that can make plays and as many of them as possible. Are you overlooking or overthinking the whole final game in the Four Nations? Hopefully not. Hopefully this is the best team and they think it's the best team. So I don't know. It's just a hard it's I feel terrible for him. I think he's played some of his best hockey, but right now it is that's where they're at. And they have obviously they have Werenski and they have Quinn Hughes ahead of him as in terms of power play guys.
They are looking for players that can play specific roles. They're not thinking of a team of all-stars, they're thinking of a team in every
Right.
true sense of the word, which is verbatim what Mike Sullivan has said multiple times
Right.
this season. So and the fact that Fox has been a topic of conversation since the Four Nations makes this less surprising, but I think the fact that it still actually came true and happened is shocking in and itself. Like how did we get here? That
No.
Adam like because it felt like a year ago it was a foregone conclusion that he would be
Right.
on Team USA, like without a doubt. And I still think that Bill Guerin would probably feel that way a year ago. Naturally, he was one of the first names on Team USA.
Mm.
The notion that they were put off by his Four Nations tournament as a whole definitely played a factor into it. I mean, it had to have. Um, Greg Wyshynski of ESPN specifically asked Bill Guerin on the Zoom call if it was about the Connor McDavid overtime winner in the championship game, and if that specific play, which I wish it was phrased as the Four Nations as a whole, but he
Well, it
asked
was a
specifically
great,
about that play.
great response.
It was a great response. He said, well, I think it's exactly that. It's perception. And you know what? That's for you guys to wrestle with and talk about. That's not for us. If you think we made a decision on one play, then you must not think we're very smart. Other than that, I'm going to keep those conversations private. Our decision was made and we're moving forward.
Mm.
So he obviously shot down, which, what else is he going to say? Especially, it's not going to be on one play, but I do believe that it was Four Nations as a whole. I do think that they think he looked a little exposed, and in that championship game, obviously that final play, it was he was skating around the net, kind of chasing the play, and Austin Matthews veered out of position as well.
Mhm.
So it was kind of a there was a lot going on there, but I do think that the Four Nations sample size really put them off Adam Fox, but it is still as a concept. I mean, it's statistically, he is the third best player in defenseman in the National Hockey League since he came into the league. So
Right.
the fact that it's gotten to this point and he's not on Team USA, just it's a crushing blow for him. And I'm very curious to see how he proceeds and what kind of player he turns into with this as a chip on his shoulder. I mean, he always talks about how he's very self motivated, and I believe that, but this is just, I mean, this is a career moment for him, if you
Yeah.
ask me, you know?
Yeah. I mean, he's handled it. He came back and played great. So, very professional of him. It's all he can really control. I mean, last year wasn't a good year, start to finish for Adam Fox. And then the Four Nations on top of it. That was a different level of hockey. And yeah, you go the wrong way on a rim behind the net. So the puck goes to Marner, who's kind of standing still and shouldn't be able to pass to the slot. He's not the only one that made a mistake or missed that read, but they were trying to protect him in that game because it wasn't going perfect for him. US ends up icing the puck. They can't change. Then it happened. That's so you look at all those things, and that's not information you're just going to forget about. It's not the whole story, but I mean, look, there's other guys that haven't been perfect in the last 2 years either that have close relationships with Mike Sullivan too, that need to uh, obviously be ready to play.
Mets fans, if you bleed orange and blue, you need to be locked in to Straight Outta Flushing. I'm Dexter Henry, bringing you the show that's all about what's really going on in Queens. From clutch homers to bullpen meltdowns to prospect hype, we break it all down. Plus, I'm chopping it up with beat writers, content creators, and diehard Mets fans who live this Mets life just like you. Real talk, real fans, real Flushing baseball. This is Straight Outta Flushing.